Hey guys, it's Tower Center, and welcome to today's Imperial Assault talk stream together with Isaac.
Hello.
Isaac, first thing, what do I put in the background of the stream?
Okay.
No, what was the website I had last time? I don't even remember. What was it called? It was the Board Wars thing, right?
No, it was something else.
Hey Chris, Quinn Taylor, how you guys doing? Welcome. We'll be streaming Battlefront later today as well. Don't worry.
Actually, let's.
Yeah, no, it wasn't the Board Wars thing. What was it? It was like a list builder.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you remember the name?
Well, there is another one we could use. It's not as pretty, but it works.
So
at least until I find it's IA. Let me see. It's IA dash or minus armies.com. IA-armies.com.
Okay, yeah, okay, that will work. Okay, give me 1 second. I'll put it up on the stream so we don't have to see a black screen. Here we go. Okay, it's better than nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see. That was your favorite dude. Wait, I almost found her. Or yeah, is her or him? I don't even know. I think it's a her. Dracada.
Oh my god.
On the tournament on Friday, someone played Dracada. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, that was the German champion, wasn't it?
No, he wasn't playing Dracada, but someone else.
Oh right, yeah, of course I'm getting it mixed up now.
So, I mean, he wasn't playing Dracada. Oh my god, I would have wrecked him. That'd be cool.
Yeah, and I just got mixed up because when I faced the American champion 2 days ago, then he played Dracada.
He played Dracada.
Yes.
Oh my god, and you lost.
Yeah, look.
To a Dracada list.
Okay, it was a fun list.
How can you lose to a list that has Dracada? It's like losing to a list that has Kane Somos or I don't know.
Yeah, well, I actually won a game with Kane. There's nothing wrong with him.
There's a lot of things wrong with him, but
yeah.
Or if you win a game with ATST or something, it's like.
Or the ATDP.
So, we're here today to talk about latest play experiences, especially about why I lost 2 games of the tournament and why you lost against the champions.
Well, they're bloody champions. What do you expect?
Okay. So I was on tournament on Friday, and it was pretty late in the evening. It was like starting at 6 p.m. No, 6:30 p.m. and like ended like I had to go before it ended, so I could only play 2 rounds because like I had to get home, and it's like super late, and there was no trains going anymore. If I would have stayed any longer, and so yeah, I played 2 games. What I ran was a Java list with Iggy and Weequay. So it was a Java, obviously, 1 pack of elite Weequay soldiers, IG-88 with focus on the kill, of course, hired guns, irregular ones, and what was it? Greedo? Did I miss anything?
Greedo and Owner.
An Owner, yes, and Black Market, obviously, but no DV schemes.
Oh, obviously. You spent 15 minutes deciding whether to take Black Market or.
Well, it would be obvious to take Black Market and things, but yeah, even the German national champion, I asked him about whether it would be better to choose Black Market or Devious Schemes, and he said he would choose Devious Schemes over Black Market, but I was like, yeah, maybe.
Really?
Like,
interesting. Nice.
So that's what I ran. And so the first map we played at the tournament was what's it called? The Nullhoda Swamps, which is quite a good map. Yes. For everything, Iggy and Weekways, of course. But of course, I had to face the bloody Rangers which I cannot stand since you are running these like literally every single time except for the last time.
Yes, true. I am actually planning on picking them up again, but
Yeah.
that's a discussion for later.
Yes. Okay, so he was running. My first opponent was running Elite Alliance Rangers.
Mm-hmm.
I hope I can get it together, everything he had. Well, let me put up faction so I can actually see some stuff here. Maybe I can. So he had Elite Alliance Rangers, Elite Echo-based Troopers. Which are quite...
Echo Bay.
Yeah, Elite Echo-based Troopers. They are 8 cost, but 8 health.
That is very, very, very interesting. So I have...
Super tough to defeat. Super tough to defeat.
Oh my god, because I've never really seen them as that good, but now I just remembered that my very first event I had Elite Echo Base Troopers.
Nice. Yeah, they're certainly a force to be reckoned with. I mean, they're super good. So
even just the combat suit that I entirely forgot about them.
Yes, I was trying to pierce since Iggy now has Pierce 1 with a fixed card.
Exactly, and
they ignore that, and the weekdays too.
It's just the Rangers who can punch through, but even then it's just 1 pierce against the black dice.
And then still, if you get in close with Iggy, if you want to be like, okay, I run in, if they're getting at least somewhat close, and you do like a, I don't know, you have enough points to just run in, hit them with 2 reds, and then run out again with Iggy sometimes, you know?
Exactly.
And then if they are close within 3 spaces, they even get a red die instead of the blue, and that's deadly. So there's certainly, and they have they have 8 health, which is more than most of the brawlers at this cost, which is ridiculous. Okay, so he had these 2 as heavy hitters basically. And then he had the most support figures the rebels have. Like he had 3PO, he had Gideon, obviously. Where is he? No, Gideon, you know him. Kotun Ferralo.
Nice.
The new supporter. Harrison Dula, obviously.
Yeah.
The most annoying supporter. And what else was he running? Let me go through the characters here.
I mean, you could try building a list with it, taking the Rangers. We'll see how many points are left.
He had Balance of the Force. Oh yeah, right. I can do Balance of the Force. 3PO, not Chopper, but Hera. Kotun. Gideon is down there. It's probably already that much because I mean, the Rangers are quite expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he had 3 points left at that. I don't know what did he have for 3 points. I don't remember. What was it? It was not an R2D2. It was not a C3PO. It was not a Chopper. It was not either of these. What did he have? He certainly had Balance of the Force. That I remember.
Maybe Rebel High Command.
Oh, he had a Smuggler. He had a Smuggler.
Smuggler. Okay,
and
nice.
then some card probably. What was it?
Could be combat suit, possibly. Maybe on the.
He had something with he had. Is it called? No, it's called Training in Destiny. It has the same artwork. That's why I thought it was called Training. There's something called. Wait, what's it called? It's neutral, I think. That's why I didn't find it here.
Oh, Motivation?
Yes, Motivation. That's what it is. It has the training artwork from Destiny on it, I think. That's why I always want to call it Training, but it's called Motivation. Exactly. That he had on Kotun. I think, right? Did he have it in Kotun? Yeah, he had it on Kotun. Which I think makes a lot of sense. Yes. She has 9 health, which is a lot. So
it is indeed.
Motivation. A card that I've never seen played before. I didn't even know what it was before I faced off against him.
Nice.
It's certainly not bad. Recovering a damage a turn is and gaining a movement point. Or giving a movement point to someone else is not bad.
Definitely. And I'm quite curious though. How did he manage to play the Echo Base Troopers? Because when I tried playing them, the thing that I struggled with for them is that you do really want to have their 1 red, 1 green, but then you're like 3 spaces away, and then you always roll just the one accuracy. How did he?
He never did that. He never went within 3 spaces of me.
That is.
So there was a funny thing right at the start. He was loading up one Echo Base troop because he had all the support figures. You know, you can load up everything. So he was loading them up. He was C3PO, one of the Echo Base troopers, and then Kotun, arms distribution, one of the Echo Base troopers. And then I was like, oh my god, ooh, that won't be fun. Then he Gideoned that said Echo Base trooper that he had loaded up, like a little bit out there behind cover, but you know, further out there on Null Huda. He chose the bottom zone, so he put it like behind these middle rocks, you know.
Oh. Nice.
I don't know what happened then. Wait, let me remember. Yeah, I remember what happened then. Do I? Somehow I managed to kill that Echo Base trooper before he could activate it. I think I just went with Iggy. Let him run in and oh right. My opening command card hand was what killed him. My opening hand.
Assassinate.
Listen. Yes, assassinate. Tools for the job. I don't remember the third card, but then I had Jabba and
Blaze of Glory.
it literally was Blaze of Glory. I just remember. Yes, it was Blaze of Glory. Yeah. Yeah, it was Blaze of Glory.
That's a pretty good starting hand.
Tools for the job and assassinate. And so, and then I, you know, did Jabba and drew another card. Guess what it was? Positioning advantage. And so I went in with Iggy, got into a shooting position with 7 movement points, and then shot him, the Echo Base trooper, and then pulled tools for the job, of course, to roll 4 dice, and assassinate and positioning advantage.
You needed all of them to kill it?
Yes.
Damn.
He rolled pretty well, and you know, I could like only use 1 surge because Pierce doesn't matter, and then he had the block power token from Kotun. It's like, yeah, I think he rolled like 2 blocks or something. So I needed all that, and I didn't roll that great, but it worked out. So I killed that one. I was like, okay, that's a good start for the turn. First 5 points, and killing that loaded up trooper, which he spent all his support figures on, basically.
Exactly.
So I was maybe a little overconfident in that match after that.
Classic. No, I mean, and not classic you, but it's a classic that you do really well the first round, then you get overconfident, and then it just falls downhill. I mean, the amount of times that's happened to me is just laughable. Yeah.
And so it happened. Like, I don't know, the match went okay, I guess. He just had so many figures. So many figures that's just swarmed everything. Look at all these figures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 with another elite with 1 elite Echo Base trooper gone. So 8 figures, and he swarmed the we played shielded, where you have to control the shield generators for points. So you could constantly control most of the shield generators, which was terrible for me.
Ouch.
I try to contest them with my hired guns, but like, you know, it's more than 1 round is like all you could ask for. There was a cool situation where I had a hired gun at the most right shield generator, and he had a smuggler there. Like, we both, I don't know, ran there without shooting at each other, and we both were full health. And then he came up with a Alliance Ranger, shot my hired gun, and with the parting shot of the hired gun, I shot the Alliance smuggler, and we both died.
I love about Imperial Assault. It's just so fun.
It's so much fun.
So you hit... Was the smuggler next to you?
He was like 1 space away, yeah. I think he was adjacent.
Okay, good, because with the -2 accuracy and
Exactly. I think yeah, he put his smuggler there first. Then I tried to contest it with a hard gun. I put him there, shot at him, but didn't get the range to, because you need with the you need two. I think I needed 2 accuracy like that, and then you need 2 more with the damn ability. And green and yellow is not great for accuracy.
No.
You can do +1 with a hard gun, but
exactly. Yuck.
yeah. So yeah, and I was like a little overconfident in that match. Went on to destroy some stuff. He destroyed some stuff of mine. My weekways went fairly quickly. Not too quick, but like at some point, of course, they vanished too. He managed to just swap out his troopers. Like, if I shot one of them to half dead, he just ran back with it and just put another one there. And it's like,
nice.
I never quite couldn't kill anybody. Then I rolled like terribly on Iggy. I don't know, last couple of rounds. He also played quite slowly, so we only got to turn 3 or 4. Because there's a time running on tournaments. And the last turn, at the end, he just moved all his because he knew it was the last turn. He moved all his rangers to different. I think he still had 2. I think I managed to kill another ranger too. I think he had 2 rangers left. I killed Hera quite quickly. Khotun went away all too. So I was like at 30. I want to say I was at 34, 35 points. Yeah, I think I was at 35 shortly before he had his last activation for the end of the game. And his last activation was the Rangers, of course. And so he positioned 2 of his Rangers at 2 uncontested shields, because I almost had no characters left. I had like Iggy left, and my hired guns were 1 hired gun or something, and Jabba, obviously. And
you could try and contest with Jabba.
I want to say he was at like 28. Yeah. And then at the end of the round, he contested all of the shields, and I pulled back Iggy from contesting 1 because I didn't want him to die, obviously, because he had the Rangers left, and Iggy would have died there. And so I traded 12 points to I don't know, 8 points for contesting that stuff. So I think it's 2 points per shield generator that you get, or even more. Is it 4 points?
Yeah, it's 4 points.
Yeah, exactly. I think he was controlling 3 or something. So, at the end, he ended up at 36 points at the end of the round, and I had 35. So it was like,
that's good. It's just very well played if you made it so close to the German national champion.
No, it was not the German national champion. It was some random guy. I don't know. That was the first match.
Oh right, so I thought that he was your first matchup.
No,
I misunderstood.
Okay, yeah, no, that was pretty unlucky. So I was very overconfident at the start. I was like 12 points ahead or something at some point. But those shield generators can turn the thing completely.
I know. Exactly, I have the exact same problem. Objective playing is something I do struggle with.
Me too. And so I was like, okay, I have 1 last chance, black market. If I pull a card that's 2, I win, basically, because I can, take it away for victory points.
Exactly.
But then I remembered my starting hand, which was Tools for the Job 2, Assassinate 3, Blaze of Glory 2, and later on I drew Heightened Reflexes for 2. And so I was like, okay, this is not gonna go well, and I don't know. I think I drew, I don't know, is there any 0 cost planning or something? So yeah, that was that. Sadly, very closely lost the game.
Oof.
Which in Imperial Assault doesn't matter, because it's basically the same as having lost, 40-0.
Exactly.
It's not like in Armada they have this cool system where it's like 11 points are being distributed among the players. So if you win closely, it's like 1 player gets 6 and the other player gets 5. And then if you dominate him and you kill him like 400-0, which is like normal point thing in Armada, then you get 11, then you get 10 points, and the opponent gets 1 point, tournament points, and then it's like so you can lose the first 2 games in Armada of a tournament and get like 5 points from the first one, 5 points from the second one, and then get 10 from the last one if you dominate and be maybe first spot in the tournament, and that's possible.
Nice.
And that's a really good system, but Imperial Assault is just like, okay, we don't care. You win or you lose.
Yeah, exactly.
So that was the first match. Pretty sad. I lost this very closely. So moving on to the second match. That was Sebastian, German national champion.
Oh.
And I was like, okay, yeah. I had my chance to win. Now it's over. So I was like, okay, I'm not gonna win this. I'll try though. And so let me pull up what he was playing. He was playing Rangers, obviously. Yep. All I ever hate. I would be fine if you had played like Java weekdays. I'm fine with that, but no, you gotta play these
bloody Java weekdays.
Bloody Rangers. I was the only scum player at the tournament, by the way. That was kind of fun.
That's really, really good.
Yeah. He was playing Lance Rangers, Ahsoka, Hera, Chopper,
and Han, wasn't he?
No.
What?
No, he wasn't playing Han.
Sorry, I bet. Because he played that against me yesterday.
Oh, okay.
He had Ranger, Ahsoka, Han, Chopper.
Ahsoka's nasty. I will get to that in a second. Who else were you playing? 13 points left. Damn it. What was he playing? I don't remember.
If you say Drakata, I'm gonna kill you.
There was a smuggler. Normal one. Let me go. What was he playing? I don't remember.
You sure it wasn't Han?
No, it wasn't Han. It was 100% not Han. Yes, 3PO. Yes, yeah, I remember that. 3PO.
Gideon?
No, I want to yes, no. I want to say maybe Gideon. It's like, yeah, I think he was. I'm not 100% sure on Gideon, but oh yeah, and David. Gideon and David. Also, or David. Wow. I don't know. I always called him David.
No, it's just pronunciation, different parts where you live. I didn't mean it as correcting. It was just.
No, that's good. I don't know. I want to learn all these like names I always pronounce wrong, like Admiral Slow, and I always said Admiral Sloan. I don't know why. Okay. So he was playing that. It was just surprising to me is seeing Ahsoka and David. I was like, oh, okay, maybe this isn't. Like, I didn't know these were too good. I don't even have Ahsoka myself yet, so I didn't even know what her stuff was. So I had to read that stuff from him. But we were playing Jabba's Palace.
Oh no!
Which is like the most terrible map I could have gotten with Ahsoka as an opponent.
Exactly.
And so he deployed on the left zone. And because I could choose, and since you told me the right one's better, I picked the right one. So I had initiative, which I don't like to have, but you can choose it. At least if you have 40 points and your opponent too has 40 points. What was I about to say? Okay, yeah, he was. There's like doors and stuff. His first action was. I don't know, my first action was like Jabba, one of the weekways, drawing something. My starting card hand wasn't too great. Think I had tools for the job, and then some zero costs.
My god, your luck with stuff.
Yeah, it was really cool. So his first action was like, Alliance Ranger, open the door, and with it was Alliance Ranger, Smuggler's Instincts, open the door, and then jump down the pit.
Nice.
We were playing the crate pickup mission, which was even worse with Ahsoka as an opponent and the smuggler.
Exactly. So you can just pick up every single crate and then just force leap.
Yes, it's I can't even. He did that, of course. But yeah, smuggler, first action, door open, smuggler down the pit.
Nice.
And all his rangers standing in cover behind the door. If I open my door, every single one of my characters is dead.
Exactly.
And so it was I was passing 2 times because he had more activations than me.
Yeah.
And I don't know, at some point I just had to activate some stuff and I just put them all behind each other or in cover or to Ornar to have at least some cover. And then at some point I opened the door and he didn't activate anybody that could shoot me or something. I think he just ran away with some, I don't know. No, he activated the Rangers. Did he? No, he didn't. No. Oh, yeah, he activated the Rangers, but he couldn't shoot anything because I had positioned all my troops in some cover, or all that weren't in cover behind cover, like he did. The only one that he had standing there that I could have shot was Davith, who's hidden, and was like 12 spaces away. Plus hidden is like, no, it was like 10 spaces away, and plus hidden is like 12.
Oh wait, he had Davith.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I thought you said Jared.
Who's? Oh, that's the guy with the droid from the new thing,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. That's why I was so surprised. But
No, it's Davith. It's Davith. Hey, Torbis.
A very fun choice.
Yeah, and he had them over there, and it was like 12 spaces with hidden, because he at the start of the mission he gets hidden. But I, saved my IG of course for last.
Yeah.
And so he was pretty sure I wouldn't, be able to reach his Davith. But I activated IG then, and just went out there, tools for the job, shooting on Davith. Yeah, it resulted in Davith dying because he rolled a blank, and I rolled like a lot of damage.
Nice.
10 health character, dead.
Sweet.
Or am I? Wait. Am I telling trash?
What?
I'm thinking about if I remember that wrong. No. It wasn't Davith. It was Hera. He was having Hera and Davith together over there. Yeah, and I was shooting Hera down, and I killed Hera before she could activate in that round. She hadn't activated yet, and I shot her across the thing with tools for the job and just killed her.
So I'm guessing with tools for the job you want red, green, and add a red. Sorry, blue, green, and add a red.
Yes, exactly. Probably something like that. I just calculated what's the minimum requirement for me to hit, and then that's how I do my pool with Iggy all the time.
Nice.
So yeah, I just killed her, and he was very surprised about that. He was like, I didn't expect that. And it's like after the game, he was like telling me how he was totally thrown off by that Hera dead. Because he was totally not expecting me to hit her from back there, and I wouldn't have hit her if I wouldn't have had tools for the job. So that was cool, and then I had enough movement points to go back with Iggy into cover. So I too was overconfident in this match a little. Every single time I kill someone right at the start, I'm getting too overconfident.
Nice.
I didn't play too overconfident though. I was playing quite defensively. So that was another problem that is called the smuggler, and he was in the pit. And so that would be 4 victory points every single round for him if I didn't kill him. But I also didn't have quite enough to just run down there and kill him. I was like confused. And I'm very confused by Torbis posting Sith quotes in the chat again. Yeah, I was like... And I had my troops positioned, or my hired guns positioned next to the terminal, at least one of them. I was lucky enough to not have the other one next to it. Because he played Chopper, and I totally forgot what Chopper does. And he went on Chopper, System Shock, and you know how many health the hired guns have?
3.
You know how much damage the System Shock does?
2 damage in the strain.
Exactly. And so I went risk, and I didn't have my Blaze of Glory yet, and I didn't want to discard it, and I didn't have my Assassinate yet either, so I was like, do I really want to save that hard gun? But I ended up, you know, flipping over, I don't know, 0 cost, so I kind of lucky. Hey, Nick, how are you doing? But I was scared by that system shock. And then he went on, like, next round, he was like, always like, you can go, like, one stab there, and you don't want to position him next to the terminal. And I was always, like, confused. What? And then I remembered Chopper. No. No, don't put him to the terminal. I'm playing Battlefront 2 later, Turbis. At normal streaming time, 8 p.m. of your time. So he was playing Ahsoka, and Ahsoka is ridiculous. He can just jump around, and it's like 4 sleep into 6, and then 4 more, pick up the first grade first turn.
That's just ridiculous.
And then next turn, 4 sleep into another crate, and be behind cover. He, of course, like he's the national champion. He knows every single corner that he cannot be hit from. So he was having Ahsoka in total cover every single time.
Good.
It was super hard.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yesterday too. He's a good player.
He made a bold move then with Ahsoka and ran her straight up into my room where my weakway was. My last weakway. One of them was shot earlier by a ranger. And the weakway was standing next to Jabba. And he just force slapped Ahsoka in there. And my Iggy was like on the other side of the board, killing Davith. Because Davith was running like into that direction of the last crate, next to the door leading to the pit, you know, on the left side of the map, or in the bottom, if you aren't played on Vessel. I had Iggy over there killing Davith.
Ooh, nice.
And Greedo also a little bit there, and then I had a really ridiculous situation, which I've told you about. I had drawn Celebration into my hand. It was my initiative. I think it was the 3rd turn. Yeah. And I activated Iggy. Ran up to Chopper over there next to C-3PO.
Mm-hmm.
And ran IG up there. And I just, I had Celebration, so it would be worth it to just kill him and get 8 points out of him, because he's 3, and then Celebration is 7, and then Jabba is 8. 8 points for Chopper is super, super good. So I tried to do that, and I was like, okay, do I kill Chopper or C-3PO? I mean, 3PO has the bloody white one who could dodge. So I went for the secure way, and he has 5 health and a black dice. That's nothing unbeatable with Iggy. And I was standing like right next to him, so I was going double red and green.
Yep.
And so yeah, I just rolled 2 1s on the reds.
Of course.
And he had and I had like, I don't know, a damage and a surge or something on the green one. And he, of course, with C-3PO, had an evade next. No, not an evade. Is it? Yeah, it's called an evade, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was like doing, and I don't know, he rolled like one block or something with Chopper, and so it was doing 2 damage to him.
That's awesome. I give you IG-88, the most powerful droid in the galaxy.
So guess what happens next? He activated Chopper.
System shock and
no, not system. Oh yeah, he could have system. No, I wasn't standing next to the terminal.
Oh right, okay.
I positioned my IG not next to the terminal, but yeah, he. At least I think so. I mean, now that you say it, I didn't actually quite look at it, but I don't think I was standing next to the terminal. But yeah, he just attacked me, and I rolled the 1 block. So it was 2 block, but he attacked with Chopper, and got the 3 on the red, and of course the 1 damage and the surge on the green. So he recovered 2. Or did he pierce? I think he pierced. Yeah, he pierced 2. With Chopper, so he just did 2 damage. And at that point, it If this droid for 3 points is doing more damage than my droid, that costs 4 times as much. 4 times.
Indeed. Chopper can, I think, to quote Broad Wars, their podcast, Chopper's a dick. That was the title of one of the episodes.
Nice.
And I have to say, I completely agree.
I have not seen Chopper played a lot, but
Same.
I think he's powerful, super powerful.
I actually had someone brought in Chopper into a mercenary list and then played, and not played, then used a card, an attachment card to him. It was a mercenary card. Let me just find it quickly. I can't remember the.
You can put mercenary cards on. Oh yeah, I guess with. No, how
Yes.
do you? Oh, if it's a mercenary list, then you put like Jawa or something. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, exactly. I think it was Headhunter. So
What's
basically,
what's
when
that
he,
even? Exhaust this card when a hostile. Oh, nice typo here. Exhaust a card.
Exhaust.
When a hostile figure suffers strain during your activation, reduce the amount of strain suffered by 1. Then the player controlling that figure must discard 1 random command card from his hand. If you cannot, this figure suffers 1 damage. Oh my!
Basically.
During your activation. Oh my god.
Exactly. So then, when he uses system shock,
So I think he's totally worth the 3 points.
yes.
His attack is super powerful. It's maul attack, or it's even worse than it's maul has a yellow, right?
Yes.
Instead
But
of
he can add a green with
yeah.
focused.
He has a super good attack, even if someone gets him in the melee range. He has his darn ram thing, which also is annoying if someone gets close. And he has the system shock, which is the most. It's a really powerful mechanic. Paying 3 for the fact that your opponent draws 1 less command card each round because they don't want to place anybody next to the terminal is super powerful, and
Absolutely.
I think totally worth it. So
Because I remember when I played Chopper, I always wait until after Chopper's activated before I move to the terminal.
of course, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and if you play Chopper, you just wait until your opponent does all this stuff and then activate Chopper.
Exactly.
Julian plus Hooligan is Hooligan.
Nice.
So that went down. And then I had my IG over there where his Rangers were too. No, and then he did something funny, which I didn't think was that funny. Which is a little thing called force push, I think. With Ahsoka, she just leapt over there. Just you can leap over the whole battlefield, and then force pushed my IG into this line of sight of the Rangers.
Oh.
So then I was in panic. I activated my last hired gun, the one who survived the system shock because he was not standing next to the terminal, and ran him up to IG and put him in front of IG to basically be a human shield. I also called it a Rhodian shield.
Nice.
And that worked. He just shot him, of course, but he couldn't shoot IG. But he had the 2 chests picked up with the smuggler in the Rancor pit, and he also had one chest with or 1 crate with Ahsoka, and so that was like 6 points or something, and I don't know. Somehow he got to 40. He got like, I don't know, 10 or even more than 10 points in the last round.
Oh.
And then he got to 40. We didn't even go to time, so that was brutal. Yeah, that was that. Super annoying Ahsoka. Super annoying Chopper.
Yes.
Super good list. I think why he didn't play David against you is that he didn't do anything for him in that game against me.
Yeah.
He just ran around a little bit, and then I got him with IG, and it's like, okay.
Exactly. He ran the exact same list against me yesterday, except instead of Davith and Hera, he had Han.
I know why he put out Hera, because I one-shotted her first turn. Okay.
Nice.
What does Han cost now? 12, 11, 10?
10.
10, wow.
Yes.
So did you kill Han in that game?
I did eventually. Han was left on 1 health left after a few attacks and a grenadier and stuff. The BT attacked him. Then he only had 1 health left.
Nice.
But then I flew up with one of my jet troopers and managed to hit him at 7 range, which was quite lucky.
That's cool.
Yes.
So how did you lose?
How I lost. Well, basically, I can start off with saying what I was running.
Sure.
Basically,
Yeah.
I was running more of a fun list. I don't know how competitive it was, but basically, I had Agent Blaze. I also had 2 elite jet troopers, both with cross training on them. I then had Tero, BT, 2 officers, and obviously Zillow Technique. And then basically, my idea for that was Blaze. I absolutely love playing him. He's a lot of fun.
Nice, yeah.
I do wish that I had played him more or played him at all when he was in the meta, which he isn't anymore. And it definitely shows because nearly every time I go up against hunters, I lose. Sometimes I do manage to grab a win against hunters, but not so often that I would rely on it.
By the way, what if the Empire would get a hunter troop? What would happen? Would they come back? I think they would.
Yes, they would definitely come back. It would just expand the hunter meta, so it
Yeah,
would just
exactly.
pull it out a little bit, but it would still be there, which is annoying.
So if they don't want to do an errata, just put out a small box. Imperial hunters. Now, does the Empire actually have anybody with the keyword hunter? BT has hunter apparently. Okay, that's interesting.
Yes, exactly. BT.
000 does not have it.
Nope.
So is he the only one? Huh. That is interesting. Guess that's why the Empire is not being played.
Exactly. And basically, I just think it was one, I did make some mistakes, like wasting a grenadier on only Han when I could have easily attacked him with that range.
Okay. Yeah.
But then again, he could have dodged, so who knows. But yeah, and then on top of that, he had the better list, and he's a national champion. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, even though, I mean, he's national champion and he's really good. Still, if you're a German national champion, that's not as super, you know. It doesn't mean you're the best of the world because it's like 20 people.
Exactly.
At the German national championship, so it's like, still he's a very good player.
Definitely.
So what else was I seeing at the tournament? Someone ran Darth Vader, driven by hatred. Sadly, I couldn't play against him. I would have liked to play against Vader.
Nice.
So he was playing. There were 2 Imperial players there. He was playing Vader and still had a lot of activation. So he played Vader, 2 sentry droids, regular ones, which he said himself are terrible, but you know, he just wanted to try it out, I think. And then he had, what else did he have? Zillow, obviously. He had a couple of command cards. He had all the skirmish, or he had all the cards that have Vader on them, as on the art.
Oh.
So nice. He has, I think he had like 5 cards. Vader himself, driven by hatred, and then 3 other skirmish upgrades that have Vader on them. So nice. I think, what does have Vader on? General's ranks does not.
Double sentries.
Yes, double sentries. Surprising, and the regular jet troopers. Hey, Doran Olguin, welcome. How you doing? And what else? I don't quite remember. He wasn't playing riot troopers, no.
Chewback, BT, ISP infiltrators.
He had 2 more. He had extra. I think he had. Yeah, he had at least 2 or 3 more skirmish upgrades.
Wow.
Let me quickly pull up the cards with images so I can see which ones have Vader on them, because he had all of them that had Vader on them.
Okay, I do have the link here for the other.
Wait, I'm just going through my folder real quick. I should have it right. Yeah, Zilla Technique does have him. He had temporary. Yeah, he had temporary lines, and then brought in a Ugnaught. And he also had a little like scrap droid figure, like an actual figure instead of the token. This could be cool.
Wow.
And then what else was he playing? Yeah, I think that was. I mean, there's something missing. I don't. Is there? There might be a new skirmish upgrade with Vader on it.
Don't think so.
Okay.
No. He could have. You sure he didn't run BT?
I'm not sure now. Maybe he did. I don't know. Maybe no, maybe not.
Wait, actually, maybe 3 officers.
No, no. He was playing 2 officers. Yes, he was playing 2 officers. And then maybe Vader's Finest, something like that. Cross training, something along those terms. That was a fun list. And he had a pretty good painted Vader too. It's like really impressive, with like lightsaber glow and stuff.
Ooh,
super scary.
Nice one.
That was interesting. I don't know if you won or not, but it's certainly funny. Like, neither the regular sentry droid nor the regular jet troopers are good, in my opinion.
No, absolutely not.
Like the sentries are just 5 health. I just die like nothing. But the model looks pretty cool. It was the first time I saw the sentry model in like real life. I was like, because I still haven't gotten Heart of the Empire. And guess what? I was at that shop where we were playing in the store, obviously. And guess what? They had no Heart of the Empire no more.
My God.
So next time I'm there, I'm gonna pick it up. I just told him he can order it and stuff. So I'll just pick it up next time when I'm there. They apparently do like monthly tournaments there, so that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna go there in December again.
Sweet.
So that was one of the other lists. Someone was running another Ahsoka thing too. I don't remember much of that list though.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
It's pretty much that. It was pretty diverse, to be honest. I just had to face the 2 hunters, of course. And there was another Imperial list too. There was like someone else playing. He was playing the sentries too. They just really like the sentries. I don't know why.
My God, why? Why?
The elite sentries are so overcosted, and the regulars are just so bad.
Exactly.
10 points for that elite sentry.
8 health each.
Oh my God, it's like you pay 8 points for the echo-based troopers, and they have 8 points each.
It's just ridiculous.
What are you doing? We're talking about Imperial Assault stuff, which is a miniatures game by Fantasy Flight Games.
It is indeed.
Which nobody knows because it's dying. We still haven't gotten an FAQ. Isaac, what do you think about that?
Well, it's still just early days after Heart of the Empire, and there haven't been any big tier events, because here at us we still see that it is strong meta, because people are still, I mean, I have no idea what people are playing in the USA, and I think they're judging off that.
Yeah, sure, certainly.
Which is annoying because in the USA, Ugnaught is the biggest pain, whereas here it's Hunters in Europe.
I mean, nobody cares about Europe though on FFG. They never did. They did some big erratas for Armada a couple of, I don't know, maybe half a year ago or something. Maybe it wasn't even half a year. I don't know. And they hit basically everything that was good in like the World Championship or whatever, and nobody. There's like there's like admirals for each fleet, um, and General Raiken was just one of them, and they just hit him like pretty hard. He's now pretty much unplayable. But I've never ever seen him played in Germany before. I've never run him myself, so it's like they totally just go off. Okay, this is a big event here in the US, maybe like Worlds or US Nationals, and whatever's dominating there, we just nerf.
Yeah, exactly.
So the question is, does that mean we have to wait until next year's US Nationals until we get an errata?
Oh my god.
Probably.
Yes.
And by that time, we probably won't even need an errata anymore, because maybe we have one more expansion out and there's no hunters, or hunters aren't good anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Then it's gonna be what, brawlers, heavy weapons.
What? So which is the worst keyword in your opinion?
Brawler.
I want to say Wookiee. I don't know. Wookiee is pretty bad.
Yes, true. Yeah, Wookiee's the worst. I even forgot that existed. Just...
Another thing that's like so ridiculous that we even have a Wookiee keyword. I guess that's why they did. I guess that's why they made Rokada, you know, because they were like, we have a keyword that's called Wookiee, and we have 3 characters that can have that keyword.
Nice.
So at the tournament I won. They had like a lot of participation prizes, so I could choose 2 cards from what I could take. So they had like the Wookiees, the Wampas, the Royal Guards, Elite Rebel Troopers, not Stormtroopers, no, and Tusken Raiders, I think. And so, what would you have chosen? I don't know if I've told you my choice, but what would you have chosen if you had none of them?
Of what? Sorry, again.
Of promos, basically, for participation thing prizes.
Oh right.
And so they had Wookiees, Royal Guards, Wampas, Tusken Raiders, Elite Rebel Soldiers.
Ah.
2 of them you can pick. Which ones would you have picked?
I would have taken 2 Wookiees. Those are the only ones I don't have.
If you wouldn't have any of the others.
Oh, okay. Royal Guards and probably either Wookiees or Sabs.
Okay, so I made the right. There were no Sabs, so I think I made the right choice. Elite Rebel Troopers was I was saying.
Oh right, sorry.
So yeah, I picked the Royal Guards and the Wookiee Warriors. Just because, you know, the Royal Guards have the errata thing on them, and and the Wookiees are pretty good, the regular ones, compared to the other choices. You know, Wampa is terrible, Tusken Raiders are terrible, and Elite Rebel Troopers are also pretty terrible.
Indeed.
So that's pretty cool. I didn't know they were double-sided, which is really cool. Like,
oh, you didn't?
They are regular on the one side and then elite on the other side. Surprisingly, the Rebel Troopers were not double-sided. They were just the Elite Rebel Troopers.
Exactly, and the same with the Stormtroopers, because
that was early on, probably.
Yeah. No one plays the regulars.
Oh, I mean, Stormtroopers, there's a spot for the normal ones, but yeah, everybody plays the elite ones if you're competitive.
Yeah.
So that's that.
Nice.
So
also, and did I tell you, by the way, about a complete wipe game I had?
No.
A few days ago.
No, I don't think so.
So, I was playing against a friend of mine who was also running a fun list.
Okay.
And he had Emperor, temporary lines to bring in 2 of the Claudites, actually.
Oh, okay.
And then he also had an officer. He might have had. Oh yeah, he had one group of jet troopers, and then he had a double, double. You know what they called?
What are they
Sentries.
called? Sentries.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Regulars or
yes, the regulars, and they have 5 health. So remember that 5 health.
yeah.
So, so I had a very good starting hand with. I think I might have had take initiative. I can't remember though. But I had grenadier and overrun.
Oh yeah. The ridiculous
And
card that shouldn't work with them, but does.
exactly. So he was playing very aggressively, just opening the door and double moving just straight in. So I did the same thing with my jets. But then next round, he started. Did he might have taken the initiative because it was his initiative as he had the top zone.
Yeah.
Or maybe I did start. Oh no, he did take the initiative, and then because I don't know if you remember, but do you remember the tarot and double officer hallway block that I?
Yes. Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
Exactly. So I
That trash.
I recreated that one,
Fucking cheater.
and in the first round, the emperor tempted one of the officers with 1 damage. Then the next round,
Tempted. What's that again?
it's choose one figure. That figure suffers 1 damage and gains 1 damage power token.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
And then basically on Sidious' next activation, he attempted him again, then did Force Lightning on the other officer, so both officers died.
Nice.
But that was then basically it for him, and then he ordered someone to, I think one of the sentries, to shoot Taro. So then it was my turn, and then one of my jets. Oh, and I drew Provoke.
What's that? That's the yeah. He has to activate the next.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So basically, my first jet trooper, who was very close to the swarm of because there were like 3 or 4, and there were 3 sentries just next to each other. So I grenadiered them, and that also hit one of the. That also hit the Emperor and one of the Claudites. And then he attacked and eliminated one of them. The next one did, and I rolled a 2 damage on the red. So
nice.
I didn't. And then the other one played overrun, just flew over them all. And because he was hidden by Blaze previously, after my opponent played take initiative.
Yeah.
So that jet then moved 8 spaces with overrun. So 2 of those were left with. 2 of them were left with 1 health remaining.
How can you run that list against that list, Isaac? You're a terrible person.
Come on.
Oh my god.
Just run the game. I mean, I could have been running weekdays, then you wouldn't have had a chance.
Exactly, but I mean, if you both agree on playing jank that stuff, and you don't want to be dominated. I mean, you're playing a list that's not very competitive, but okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, pretty lucky.
But then afterwards, I moved him next to the undamaged Claudite and played Provoke. Which means that then he had to activate, and then Tero moved up 3, flamethrowered on to kill 3 figures.
Oh my god. And
then shot the Emperor.
The amount of AoE damage that you can do with that deck of yours is just ridiculous. Exactly. With the Emperor and Taro, it's just like, take 5 damage on each of your characters, please. I mean, exactly. That really only works on if you play either on Anchor at Bar or Jabba's Palace, right?
Yeah, exactly. It was anchored.
Yeah, because I mean, how do you do that on Null Huda?
With even better luck. But yeah, because Blaze has been a lot of fun to play, but I know that he's not going to be competitive. So I'm going to go back to my double Rangers, Hera, Gideon, 3PO, double Smuggler, Balance of the Force, and Rebel High Command.
Oh no, not that trash again.
It works. It got me to the top 8 in Nationals. It works.
Yeah, I know it works. I just hate it. It's like... Okay, so... Yeah.
I know, it's terrible, but...
It's very, very terrible. You know what I want? A fixed card. No. Just an errata. I don't want to wait. An errata that just makes Maul 5 points.
Yes.
I mean, it's not too much, is it?
No. Exactly.
He's terrible.
And that actually does remind me when with my double Ranger list, in the first round, I eliminated both Hera and Maul.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I mean, Maul is so underwhelming.
Yes.
You can play around his ability too good to really make it work.
It's just for speed, so someone could just kill you and then stay 6 spaces away, and then you can't get to them.
Exactly.
So it's...
Yeah, it's sad. Sad to see. Another overcosted character. Just like my boy Dengar. I want to see Dengar at 5 points too. Really like him.
Either that or just give him an extra blue dice. Guaranteed 5
exactly.
accuracy.
Exactly.
Oh no, wait, actually he's a hunter. Don't bring him up, don't bring him up.
Oh, he's a hunter.
Yes,
hey.
a hunter.
You can do something with that. So isn't there like a cool card where you can... How much does that cost? Where you can choose the harmful condition that works with him. Is that... Punishing strike? Why is that 2 points?
I know.
If that was 1 point, I would play that with Dengar and then would go savage. So what can you... Let's build a list with Dengar. Okay? Shall we? So Dengar, what do we put with him?
Are we building? Are we?
We're building a Dengar list now. Yes.
Okay.
Dengar Elite Double Weak Way.
Yeah, exactly. I'd probably say Dengar, quadruple Trandoshans, under duress.
Okay, we're making a fun list. Okay.
Yeah.
I was just thinking we put in Dengar and then put everything overpowered to just balance it out. Okay, so quadruple Trandoshan regulars.
Yes.
Okay.
I actually faced in my first event, I faced quadruple Trandoshans, Bosk, and under duress. And it was interesting.
Yeah,
I didn't manage to win, but it was close.
It's like a super interesting thing that almost is the whole stress thing is almost like it's on the verge, but quite far away now with the hunter thing. If the hunters were brought down, then it would be on the edge of being good. I think still not good.
No, because the problem right now is we have what's it called?
Hunters.
No, I mean Malhata.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, if we had a lot of close range maps, then that list could work.
Yeah, exactly. I haven't seen the... yeah, I haven't seen all of... I've only seen that one from the core set of Heart of the Empire. I don't know what the maps from the expansions look like. Do you know that?
I might have them on me right now. Let me...
Have you gotten Heart of the Empire by now, by the way?
Yes, I have.
Oh, okay.
And 3 packs as well. Quite nice.
I mean, they had the packs there, but only in English, and that's not a problem. But I'm always so like every single thing that I've ever bought from Imperial Assault is in German. I was like,
so would you be able to play that in German at a European?
I hope so. we had okay. I'm much more into Armada tournaments normally. So I was playing Armada tournaments like, I don't know, 2 a month or something, half a year ago, when the scene was pretty active. And so we had regionals, and someone was actually there from Rome, Italy. And he came
Oh
by
wow.
plane just for an Armada regional. And he obviously had Italian cards. No, he had them in English. He had them in English. It was just we all had them in German, obviously. And so there's like a damage deck, right? If you do damage, and then there's like critical damage, and it has some effects. And there's an admiral that can choose critical effects, so he can like choose out of some cards of mine which critical damage he does. And all my cards are in German, and he's he's Italian. So I was translating all the cards to him. Every single time he did critical damage to me. It was yeah, so that wasn't fun. But I mean I mean it's like if I get to go to the European Nationals next year.
European Nationals. What?
European Championship, of course. Didn't you know Europe was a country?
And England is my city.
Exactly. I was really reading somewhere that someone said like, so how's the meta like at European Nationals or something? And he was that serious. I was like, oh my god. Europe's not a country, okay? Just because America is all you care about, it's like I also was talking to Obi-Wan, my moderator. And he was like saying he had US history as a subject in school. And I was like, oh my god, you've got to be kidding with me. You have US history? Can that be...
He's American, isn't he?
Yeah, but can it be like... You don't have English history, do you? Or British history?
Well, if I did actually go to school, I probably would. But
Really?
I'm homeschooled with a Swedish school
Okay,
program.
interesting. Huh,
Yeah.
That's weird. I was just confused because we, of course, had like, you know, just general history, just history of the planet. Like we had US history and we had German history and European history, and they just have US history. We don't care about all that other trash. It's like, oh my god. Okay, let's get back to Imperial Assault. What do we add to our trash list for 3 points? A Jawa?
No,
An
not
Ugnaught, maybe.
I mean, we could remove the Trandoshan.
One of them.
One of the Trandoshan. Throw in Jabba, and then we could also Temporary Alliance Gideon.
What does Jabba do for us?
He can make the Trandoshans attack if they double move. They're getting close.
You have to spend victory points for that.
Yeah, but
I will never do that again. That's what lost me the game against the German national. I auto hit it, cause I wasn't finished. I didn't even finish that. When that situation with IG and Chopper happened, I still hadn't activated Jabba. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna get 8 points out of that with Jabba and Celebration. And so I was like, okay, it's totally worth it to auto hit, right?
Yeah, I would.
Guess what happened?
One on the red, one on the red, one on the green.
Yeah. What else? What else happens when you just need some darn damage? I was frustrated.
Oh my God.
That's just a page of Imperial Assault Squad Builder. What we're talking about Imperial Assault, which is a miniatures game by Fancy Flight Games. So yeah, I will never again in my life auto hit, and then I lost the game basically by 2 points. So I think I was at 38 or something at the end, and then he got to 40, so it was like super close. I wouldn't have auto hit there.
Ouch.
Yeah.
I mean, auto hit can work, but I mean, if you have terrible.
Exactly. He also first ran away with him, so I couldn't do red. I think. Yeah, I couldn't do red. He attacked Iggy and then ran away with him, and I had to like at least take a green one or something.
Ouch.
What I was thinking of with Dengar. Let's get back here. I mean, Dengar isn't doing any stress, is he? No. So,
No, but he can apply loads and loads of readings.
all right. So what I was thinking of with Dengar is just because he's hunter, just put him in a hunter list. Just run double elite weequay pilots. By the way, I want to say, the elite weequay pirate costs exactly as much as the Trandoshan hunter regular.
That's
Just saying. So sorry, what was you gonna say, or what were you gonna say?
It's very interesting because I do think that could possibly work, having Dengar and just putting him into a list, because that is something unexpected and that could
Certainly
definitely work. And he fails on accuracy, so what we could do is temporary lines to bring in Hera. What do you think? That's excessive?
Oh my god, I can't stand Hera. I don't even want to see her. I hate her. It's like I hate her so much. Like every single time I have 1 point of health left, I survive an attack barely with 1 point. I'm gonna add a damage with Hera, and you're dead. It happens every single one of them. Every single time. She never fails to do that. Never.
Lovely.
Okay. So we put in Jabba. We have 13 points left. We can go.
I mean, Jabba's considerable. If we have Dengar in there,
wouldn't you put him in?
I'd probably more look at taking Onar and Greedo.
Or we put in 4 Jawa scavengers and have 11 points left. And then we put in
competitive list.
And then we put in 3 Ugnaught Tinkerers. Okay, no. Yeah, okay, what was your idea?
Are you really trying to build an Ugnaught swarm with Dengar? No.
Okay, let's try and build the deck or the list with the most activations that you can build with Scum.
Most activations.
Yes. So we put in 4 Jawa scavengers, of course, because they're super cheap, and we put in 4 Ugnaught Tinkerers. I think that's
4 Jawas, 4 Ugnaughts, 4 hired guns if we can afford that.
I would say we temporary and bring in smugglers. I think that's worth it a little more for activations, because hired guns is only 1 activation for the 2 figures.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know why you would ever run this, because having more than, I don't know, 8 activations doesn't really help you, because nobody has that many activations. But where's temporary? I can't find it. Temporary alliance. There it is.
It's
okay.
A unicorn.
Oh, we can only bring in 2 smugglers. That's right. I was just thinking 4 or whatever. Okay, so let's bring in 2 smugglers. So you have still 15 points left. So the next cheapest thing would be the Claudite or the hired gun. So I would say hired guns.
Yeah, because that's still more activation figure wise.
So you bring in 3 hired guns, and then we have 3 points left.
Which will then be last resort. Or the hired guns.
And one of them are what? Oh, every single one of them. Gotcha.
Yes.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. Wait, so let's make a last resort list work, okay?
A last resort list work?
Yeah, last resort. So I think what would benefit them the most would be a list of a 3, or put last resort on a 3 character or a 3 figure thing, because every single time one of the figures dies.
No, because it's deplete, which means it's only once.
Ah, dang it! I thought it was every single time a figure dies. You just never mind. Then let's don't make a last resort list work. That would have been fun if it worked like that.
Maybe we could try see if we can fit Dengar into a competitive list.
Yes. Yeah.
Dengar.
2 elite.
Double weak ways. I can't believe I'm saying this. And then what?
You were saying you want to put in Hera
Winter.
earlier. Java Guido Winter. 4 points left. Hired guns, I'd say.
No. I was sarcastic. Don't put them in. Don't. Damn it.
Oh, okay.
No. I'm joking. If you want.
No, we need a competitive list now. I mean,
Yeah. We have Dengar, Weequay. I'd say Ona and Greedo. If not Vinto and Greedo.
Ona was pretty good when I played him.
Did you manage to use the move?
The rush? No, I've never used the rush.
And then, okay, that's a shame.
I never once drew the to the limit, sadly.
Oh, that's annoying.
I mean, not sadly, because I drew Assassinate and Blaze of Glory instead all the time.
Fair enough.
And
nice trade.
And the heightened reflexes and other stuff. That is, and on the Lamb, it's just ridiculous. All these cards.
So next up, we could probably take a group of hired guns, I'd say.
Not a bad call. 5 points left. So I think what is very good right now is a Wampa, so you can put that in for 5 points.
There was actually a list that I ran. I didn't run it competitively, but like with my family and such. Yeah. I had an elite Wampa, Gideon, and I don't know how, but somehow he did manage to move really, really far, and then at the beginning of round 2, he just one-shot. He, in one hit, defeated Obi-Wan.
Nice.
That was quite funny.
Okay, you know what we're gonna do? Wampa Swarm.
Oh my god.
So we put in all of that, and then we have 4 points left. So we put in 2 Jawas. That'll work, won't it? With all the competitive maps right now being pick-up crates, this will not work.
No.
We have 6 figures that cannot pick up things or cannot interact. They can't even open the door. What do you do if you play Wampas and Nexus and you can't open doors? And cannot interact with stuff. You can never get. I mean, there's not many doors right now, but Java's Palace is. You have to run around quite.
That's what Beast Tame is for. Yes.
We don't have any points for Beast Tamer.
Oh, just throw away a bloody Jawa.
We didn't have any Jawas. We have a Nexu now. I mean, Jawa could open the door.
Nexu.
Okay. I'm gonna throw away everything.
Good choice. Probably would have a better chance of winning with nothing.
Most likely.
Well, it is a lot of health, so I mean, it's kind of like the Wookiee Swarm.
Yeah.
Worse.
Much worse.
Yeah.
So let's do Rebel.
I mean, back to the Dengar thing. We had Dengar, Double Weakways, Ona, Greedo, Hired Gun. Then we could have a Vinto, or maybe a Jawa and Black Market could also work.
If we take Java, certainly. I mean, without Java, it's kind of.
No, a Jawa.
A Jawa.
Jawa.
What's that?
Come on.
Okay.
I thought you were Star Wars Center.
Exactly.
You know what a Jawa is?
I know what a Jawa is. Do we have the elite request? Yeah, we do. Yes. So
we had Ona, Greedo,
Black Market.
Black Market.
Oh, Hired Gun. I already. Wait, where's that? There. So we have 8 points left.
Oh yeah, Ona. We had Ona.
Oh, Ona, yeah. Okay.
2 points left.
So we put
First Strike.
Oh my god, this is the worst card in the game, honestly.
Yes.
What?
But I actually faced a Jawa Swarm, and they had that card, and then just loads of things like Celebration, Utini.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, we have a pretty good list here. I mean, we can just put in like something like I don't know, Diva Scheme, and then maybe
Indian Shirt Jester.
Something like that. Or just drop Diva Scheme and the Black Market and put in another Java or something. Oh no, we can put in the Jawa with the black market. So let's do something that really uses cards like Jundland Terra and Utini. We'll do a Tatooine style list.
Nice.
Tatooine's natives. So we put in a Bantha.
Yep.
I haven't seen a Bantha being played in years. 29 years it's been since I've played that thing.
And it is a shame because they are powerful.
It's super cool though too. It's a super cool model.
Yeah, exactly. And now you just can't play them because I mean Iggy. Run them towards Iggy and to weekdays. Not getting lost.
No, not 100%. I might even be able to. Do I have my Bantha in here? So tell me what we put in. Regular or elite Tusken Raiders? I definitely want some Tusken Raiders because Gentle Terra is really good with them.
Let's look at the elites. So 1 damage or weaken, cleave 1, assert abilities, habitat desert. Tusken sidestep for a range attack using 1 blue, 1 red. You cannot use abilities during the stack. That sucks. I mean, imagine the cleave 1 on.
Oh my god, that would be super cool though. I mean,
exactly. It's basically
they could. I mean, it would like not. They would certainly still be bad without this restriction. Yes. I mean, why not remove it? So I have my Bantha here.
Nice.
It's gonna certainly bring some terror over the Jundland. Do you say Jundland or Jundland?
Jundland.
Jundland, okay. I'm just learning English, you know.
Nice. So we had a Bantha. Then with the Bantha, we're probably going to have Last Resort.
Yeah, certainly. Do we take the elite Tuskens or not? Oh, no. Do we take the normal ones? I think we take the elite ones.
Yeah, let's take 1 elite Tusken.
I mean, we get, for 2 more points, we get 6 more health in total. I think that's worth it on the Tuskens.
Yeah. And then we could have, we start with 1 elite Jawa. We bring in BT, 2 elite Probe Droid.
No. We're doing a Tatooine themed list.
I know, I'm just joking.
Hey, Luku, how are you doing? So we put in 2 elite Tusken Raiders, I think.
Yep.
And then we put in. Is the elite Jawa actually worth it? Probably not if you don't include droids from other groups.
Yeah, exactly. It's just to make a swarm.
So in that case, we put in just 4 Jawa scavengers, just like that. So you have 9 points left. Is there anything else we can add from? I mean, we can add another Bantha.
I think we have 8 points left though. Or did you put Last Resort?
I didn't put in Last Resort.
Right.
But if we don't put Last, oh well, if we put Last Resort, where is it? Damn it, I can't find it. Oh, it's down there, right? It's one of the last.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Very bottom.
And then we can put in another group of Tuskens and an elite Jawa. I mean, there's not much else we can put in for a Tatooine themed list.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I mean, I'd like to try that. It's so many figures, but if you just flamethrower me, all my Jawa servants just got dead.
Exactly. Move through spaces, then yeah. Yeah.
As soon as a game just gets a lot of AoE stuff, these swarm decks or lists are, starting to become terrible. Yeah. It's the same with Destiny. They bring in battle droids in the next one, which are like super. You can run like swarms, but there's things like thermal detonator that just blow them up, and it's like you can't do much. It's like Grenadier. It's basically similar because like.
Yeah, exactly.
It even does exactly with the same amount of damage. It does 3 damage, but yeah.
Nice.
So pretty terrible list. Maybe we swap that out for another Bantha. 2 Banthas is probably terrible because you cannot. I mean, the maps are big enough to put them next to each other or to place them at all. if back in the back when Kuwait space station stuff were in play, you never even could place two Banthas right next to each other because it was so small and narrow everything.
Yeah, that was before my time.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you played that at the German National last year, didn't you?
Exactly. It was just because of our rotation was super screwed up. And we didn't even have Twin Suns. No, of course we had Twin Suns. What am I telling you? I mean, we didn't have Hoth yet at that point. And I know Hoth came before the Bantha, but they just messed it up again and brought out the Bantha and the Light Smuggler before Hoth. So that happened. Okay. Anything else you want to add or say?
No, except for I'm looking forward to going back to my ranger roots.
I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all.
It does pain me because I mean, the rangers aren't that overpowered. It's the hunters that are overpowered.
They are hunters. What are you saying?
I know, but card-wise, they're strong. But without the hunter cards, they would definitely still be a viable choice.
I mean, without if the hunter cards would be removed, I think they would be even better compared in competitive, because weak quest would be trash then, and
oh yeah, that's actually true.
And rebels still would have the darn trooper cards that are super crazy with the rangers. And we're looking at, wait, how can I can't even pull up command cards here, can I? Deployment cards. No, where can I put it?
Yes, you can do.
Oh, up there. Okay, got it. Okay. So if I put restriction trooper, they have this new stuff called Call the Vanguard, which is ridiculous, and they have this ridiculous stuff called Concentrated Fire, which is from Out of the Empire. It's also ridiculous. Ready Weapons is even more ridiculous, and I just think if you remove the hunter keyword, or if you remove the hunter keyword from both, the rangers would still be viable, but the weak quests would be trash. So
exactly, and I do want to see the weak ways being trash.
No,
I mean it's hard, but
I want to see the rangers being trash. Like, I'm fine with the weak ways.
The rangers are still fun to play. Then you have diversity because you have snipers. Then you have.
I don't think I've ever played against the weak way list.
Oh, you have no idea.
Because I mean,
one day I'm gonna play you with Java, weak way, Greedo, Winter.
You have never played any weak way list, and at the tournament I also didn't face any weak way lists. I was like, okay.
Germany.
Yeah. Everybody's sick of the weak ways. I think that's why they didn't play it.
Good.
Probably. I don't want to try out new stuff. I mean, I didn't have any new stuff, so.
Nice.
Not yet, at least. Okay, so that was the stream for today. I will hopefully put this up on the other channel. Maybe that works. Maybe that won't work. It's pretty hard to pull off. But thanks so much for watching, everybody. Appreciate it, and we'll be back at some point.
Indeed.
Maybe when new news on Imperial Assault come up on the FFG page, or if we just feel like we want to talk again. So thanks so much for watching. May the force be with you always.